Love After Divorce is back, guys, and it's super exciting. The participants of Season 5 are born in the 90s. Their age range is between 25 to 35. In this video, I will be doing a recap of Episode 1, sharing my reactions and opinions as I watched. Keep in mind that my views may evolve as the show progresses. Get ready for an incredible episode as I dissect every crucial detail, so stick around till the end of this video for the ultimate climax. But first, let's meet the participants before I delve into my first impressions and final thoughts of Episode 1. First up, we have Song Min-sung, and he's been divorced for 2 years. He was a little nervous as he took the middle seat because he was the first person to arrive. He said he was more excited than nervous and that he likes expressing his feelings freely. He is the type that speaks frankly and could get attracted to someone if seeing her for the first time. He thinks, "Oh, she's pretty." When asked what his success rate at finding love is, he rated himself at 60%, but the MCs commented that it'll be definitely around 80%. Second person was Park Hae-kyung. She's been divorced for a year. She likes funny types of guys and she can be a little clumsy when she's nervous. When asked how many first impression votes she thinks she'll get, she said 0. I was surprised she said 0 even though she is pretty. She feels no other character will be like her in the house. When she arrived, Min-sung gave her a warm welcome, offering her a bottle of water. Then he introduced himself, but she got confused and thought he was talking about his hand, ha ha ha. She was thinking, wait, that fast? He's offering me his hands already. But she later understood he was telling her his name. They both shared their names and it was the most hilarious name introduction I've ever seen.
손민성이에요. 손민성. 네.
저는 박혜경이에요.
박혜자 경제. 반갑습니다.
박혜경이에요.
해경드.
네.
네.
박혜경이에요.
해경드.
네.
네.
And then, there's the third participant, Kim Gyu-duk, and he's been divorced for a year. The MCs think he looks like an idol. He is very handsome. He said he got depressed after he got divorced at a really young age. But now, he's on divorce singles with the hope of finding love again. He's been dreaming of new love every day. Hae-kyung's gaze towards him when he entered showed she was interested. She's got quite the seductive gaze and lips. Next up was Jang Se-bom. She's been divorced for 2 years. Hae-kyung got a little nervous when Se-bom sat down. She gave this awkward smile after she complimented her that she had a pretty name. Turns out, she's also from Seoul. Then Min-sung was baffled that so far all the participants after him were all from Seoul, so he joked that he too is now from Seoul. He seemed to be pretty interested in her because he kept asking her more questions like if she likes to drink. She replied with a "not really, because it's bad for health." He tried to get their conversation going. Next man is Choi Jong-kyu, divorced for 3 years. He is not confident that he'll be able to couple up with someone on the show, because he doesn't know if he'll be judged by his physical appearance. He thinks he has an 80% chance of finding love on the show, and he promised himself he'll try to be more confident. When he arrived, Se-bom seemed impressed by his charm. Check out that smile on her face. But when finding a seat, Jong-kyu seemed torn, maybe wanting to sit next to Se-bom. He probably felt the space next to Se-bom was too tight or he felt it might be making it too obvious, I'm guessing, but ultimately chose to sit by Hae-kyung. Even she looked excited and confused. Look at her eyes darting back and forth. In her confusion, she made a polite gesture by handing him a bottle of water. The whole scene was so awkward, because Gyu-duk appeared nervous as hell. He looked like someone had taken his cake away, lol. He looked so adorable, and the background music just added to the hilarity of the moment. Next up, we have another female participant named Baek Soo-jin, who has been divorced for 5 years. She is the type that expresses her feelings if she finds someone that she likes. She refers to herself as a vitamin because she has a bright personality. When she entered the house, everyone suddenly became quiet and awkward. Gyudok also handed her a bottle of water. Finally, Sebom asked her where she was from, and she broke the ice when she spoke in her dialect to respond to Minsung, who asked if she had an accent. She responded to him with her dialect, saying she doesn't use it until she's close to the people around her, making everyone laugh, saying they feel close already. Next is a male participant, Kim Kwon. He's been divorced for 2 years. Just like the others, he's looking for true love on the show and hopes to get married again. When he entered, Sebom looked as if she found the one already. Her expression felt like she was saying, "Yeah, my man is here." All the men looked nervous as hell when he entered. It seemed they felt their biggest competition had landed. "I like him already, haha." He was so confused about where to sit. When he finally decided on a seat, there was a comical confusion when he accidentally bumped into the table, dropping something on the floor. Finally, he sat next to Minsung. This is the closest seat to Haekyung. The confusion on everyone's face after he sat down was hilarious. Moving on, we have Sun Seya, who looked like she just bathed in a tub filled with goat milk. She looks so stunningly beautiful and effortlessly spotless. She's been divorced for a year. She wants a relationship with someone who she can be comfortable with, one that they can rely on each other. When she entered, there were different reactions from the men. It's understandable because she is very pretty. Even the ladies were tense. She sat next to Sebom, which was the closest seat to Gyudok. Gyudok's facial expressions cannot be outmatched by anyone. His funny expression was too hilarious and priceless as he expresses shock at Sea's choice of seat, lol. He was so excited that he offered her a bottle of water with a full smile on his face. Meanwhile, Jongkyu noticed his expression too, and it felt like he too got a bit nervous, thinking he and Gyudok might be interested in the same person. It seemed like everyone was smitten with her, so that wraps up the introduction of all the primary cast members. Kwon suddenly observed everyone and offered Haekyung a pillow to cover her legs. Kwon's thoughtful gesture towards Haekyung earned him some extra points. That was a really cool move, and I felt all the ladies are attracted to him, especially given his height. He's the tallest man there. After getting acquainted, they decided to drop formalities and speak comfortably without honorifics. They also shared their reasons for being on the show. The men and the women got into 2 separate cars to go to the house. During their ride, the ladies talk about their ideal types. Sebom said that during her interview, she said she liked someone funny. Then she told the ladies that if she had to compare hers to a celebrity, she'd say she likes a guy like Eun Ji-won, who is one of the MCs. She says he's the most funny to her. This sparked some laughter and playful banter between the panelists. They praised and joked with him that he should be on Divorce Singles 6 since he already got a vote, lol. He felt shocked and flattered but immediately got up and said he was a singer, laughing my ass off, implying that he wasn't a comedian, lol. Sebom said she really likes guys who have cute faces. On the other hand, Soo-jin and Seo preferred guys with idol-like looks. In the men's car, the atmosphere was noticeably tense. Jongkyu broke the silence by asking if anyone was interested in the ladies or felt a good vibe from any of them. Awkward silence followed until Minsung redirected the question to him, asking him who he liked. He hesitated a little, then Kwon tapped his leg and asked which of the ladies caught his eyes. He quickly regretted asking the question but somehow mentioned that he needed to see them in detail first. Then Minsung asks Gyudok directly about who he liked. He wasted no time in answering. He said the person on the other side of him. Meanwhile, 2 ladies were on his side and Haekyung was opposite him. So who was he talking about? I felt his answer would be between Seo and Haekyung, but he quickly revealed his interest in Haekyung, due to her smiling and positive reactions, surprising everyone with his swift response. Min Sung was baffled and he laughed hard at how quickly Gyudok responded to the question. Min Sung also confessed he was interested in one person but didn't mention names, while Kwon admitted to being interested in two people when he was asked without mentioning any names. Only Gyudok boldly mentioned a specific name. They also joked about their expected vote counts, showing a mix of confidence and nerves. Upon arriving at the house, they were greeted by a stunning location. The interior and exterior were equally beautiful. Like dang guys, look at the kitchen. The interior decor of this house is insane. There were also 2 single and double bedrooms to choose from. The house was both spacious and gorgeous. After exploring the house, they chose their rooms through a game of rock paper scissors. Haekyung and Soo-jin became roommates in the single bedroom on the first floor, along with Gyudok and Min Sung who share the double bedroom on the same floor. Meanwhile, Jongkyu and Kwon shared a double bedroom on the second floor, along with Seo and Sebom who shared a single bedroom on the same floor. After settling down and taking their suitcases to their bedrooms, Jongkyu was quick to help Seo first with carrying her suitcases to her bedroom. He was very diligent with helping some of the other ladies as well. The other guys also helped, but he offered the most help for the ladies. As they settled in, they received text messages instructing them to go to the blackboard. Jongkyu was the first person to get to the board. He picked something and left. After a little bit of hesitation, Kwon also went to the board, picked his also and left. Next was Min Sung, then the ladies arrived. Then they revealed that this was the first impression vote. The instruction reads, "From now on please pick the first place for your first impression. If you remember the name, write down the name, and if you don't remember, write down the characteristics that you love. Please go back to your room, write it down, and put it in the box in front of the blackboard. This closes in 30 minutes. What was taken from the table by the participants were pen and paper to write the names of their choices while trying to maintain secrecy. Afterward, they dropped their papers into the drop box. Gyudok went first with Haekyung right behind him. Gyudok's confused expression caught Haekyung off guard, but they both eventually dropped their papers. Soo-jin followed, and then all the men voted. After voting, Kwon asked Sebom if she's done hers. She said yes. Then he mutters that he really wants to know, implying he was curious about whose name she wrote. Se happened to be passing by at the same moment and she heard what he said. Surprised by his comment, she smiles and repeats his statement that "Oh, you really want to know." To me, it felt like he was trying to send a signal to Sebom, but Seo caught his signal instead. Back in the bedroom, Min Sung asked Gyudok if he voted for the same person as he mentioned in the car. Without hesitation, Gyudok confirmed that he did. However, when Gyudok asked if Min Sung had a change of mind or if there was an overlap, Min Sung responded it was a secret. I think GD should have kept this a secret as well to avoid unnecessary competition over the person he likes. During his interview, Gyudok revealed that he voted for Park Haekyung. GD said, "When I first sat down and said hello, she was right in front of me, so I could see her face very well. I liked people who laughed and were bright. She laughed a lot and she always responded to what I said, so I thought it would be fun to get to know her, so I chose Park Haekyung." Interestingly, Haekyung chose Kwon because of his attentive gestures like asking for her name twice and offering her a pillow to cover her legs. Soo-jin also chose Kwon, indicating that these two roommates were interested in the same guy. Similarly, Sebom and Seo both voted for Jongkyun, suggesting a shared interest among the second set of roommates. Consequently, Min Sung and Gyudok were not chosen by anyone. The remaining men's votes were not revealed. Then it was time for their first dinner. And boy, it was a feast. Compared to Season 4, this was some high-level shizo. The setting was exquisite, my eyes and mouth are watering just watching this, ha ha ha. Can someone please send me there to find my love for food? I bet I'll surely fall in love easily there, ha ha ha. Then it was time to pick their spots at the dinner table. There was a brief pause as they pondered where to sit. Haekyung was the first to sit. Hyunwoo sat directly opposite her. She seemed so happy as she smiled when she saw him sitting down. Gyuduk and Minsung also sat next to her. It seemed that three of the men might have chosen Haekyung as their first impression. Seo was the last to sit, looking a bit melancholic as she took the last empty seat next to Kyuwon. Soojin sat beside Kyuwon, and Jongkyu sat next to her, but directly facing Sebom. After settling into their seats, Seo became more proactive, suggesting they head to the buffet table. She engaged Jongkyu while getting food, and he graciously assisted her, placing some items on her plate. Sebom, who was behind them, appeared visibly frustrated while watching them. At the table, Jongkyu poured Sebom some beer, causing Seo to look slightly anxious. He then asked her from across the table if she wanted some beer. As soon as he asked her, she exploded with a bright smile on her face, politely declining and opting to drink separately. Perhaps the wide space between them contributed to her decision, or perhaps it was a subtle form of rejection, I'm not sure, but time will tell. Then she attempted to pour herself more beer. Kyuwoo offered to help instead, which she accepted. Jongkyu seemed a bit disheartened by this, a reaction not unnoticed by Sebom. It was becoming increasingly obvious that Jongkyu was also interested in Seo. As they discussed their drinking habits, preferences, and limits, Jongkyu dropped a bombshell, asking if anyone had communicated with their ex-spouses before joining the show. Seo admitted she had, sparking curiosity among the group. Their conversation took a serious turn when they received a message instructing them to reveal the reasons for their divorces. Kyuwoo suggested they start with the heaviest story first, setting the stage for some potentially emotional revelations. Minsung took the lead, emphasizing that divorce is a decision made by both parties. That this was his perspective and opinion on how it happened. He said there was a minor accident on their car in the parking lot, so he decided to check the black box in order to know how the accident happened. According to some netizens, cars in Korea usually have a dash cam for security reasons. But while checking the black box, what he stumbled upon was unexpected, a video of his wife engaging in a romantic conversation with someone over the phone. So he calls her asking if she slept well, although he felt a little flustered to ask the question, yet he was determined, so he confronted her about the mysterious caller, only to be met with silence. He asks her a couple more times, but she doesn't answer him until she eventually confesses that she can't tell him who it is because she was afraid that he might find who the person was and hurt him. He felt she was protecting him and this made him feel betrayed and shattered. He said he felt broken. He said he went back and forth at that time but he couldn't take it. They fought again on the same issue but eventually decided to part ways because their issue was no longer about desire but about trust. Seo appeared on the verge of tears, offering Minsung a reassuring nod. Soojin also seemed emotional with tears almost dropping from her eyes but she composed herself. Sebom spoke next. I'm not sure why I got goosebumps after she took a gulp of her drink. Just watching her aura sent chills down my spine. But I soon realized why I got these unusual feelings when she started crying as she recounted her journey. She said she cried every day for a year. She cried so much her throat ached. She started the story by stating how much she and her ex loved each other. Sometimes she wondered how she could find such an amazing relationship. But, despite her deep love, her marriage faced opposition from her ex's parents, because they were not in support of the relationship, but because she loved him so much, she went ahead and married him. Sadly, her parents too didn't attend their wedding because of his parents' opposition to the union. Though their relationship was relatively peaceful, cracks began to appear, leading to her ex-husband lying to her on different occasions plus his inexplicable desire for divorce. She said suddenly, his lawyer called her one day asking her why she was still in his house and why she hadn't moved out yet. She was shocked but the sudden divorce was hard for her to accept. It wasn't until she stumbled upon a social media account. It seemed she had access to this account before, but she noticed that she's been blocked. However, through this discovery she found out that her husband was with another woman. So she went to the location to see for herself. She said when she got there, the humiliation she endured at the hands of her ex cut deep, as they threw her out the door. He got angry asking her why she was there to look for him. He said he had nothing to say to her because after all, their marriage wasn't a legal one. He said it's just a common law union and not a proper marriage, that she needs to leave him alone. Everyone became solemn after she said this, including the panelists. After this incident, she decided to willingly accept the divorce. Everyone was shocked by her story. Q1 empathized with her by acknowledging how hard it must have been for her. He also said how absurd and challenging it must have been for her when she faced the surreal nature of her confrontation. She concluded that it was also good that she ended it when she was young. She said she was sad that she couldn't fix her love. Sea's words of encouragement brought a smile to Sebom's face, when she told her that she will find a much better person here on the show. It is also worth noting that Jongkyu offered unwavering support with reassuring glances throughout the time she was sharing her story. He is such a nice man. These two stories so far have left the deepest impression on me since I began watching this show from season 2 until now. Sebom's story served as a poignant reminder of the unexpected turns love can take, even after years of devotion. For me, episode 1 has set the bar really high, with its captivating visuals, the good-looking and dynamic participants. The house, an intriguing setting, makes it more fun to watch. I look forward to upcoming episodes, and let's hope they decide to show this to the remaining part of the world because it's only streaming on Netflix Korea at the moment. What do you guys think of episode 1? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like this video to help support my channel and subscribe. Thank you so much for patiently waiting for me and subscribing even while I was on break from social media. You guys are the best. Thanks for watching, hit the like button and subscribe if you want more content like this. Bye.